got 0 customers, not a single add to cart again. I lost $130, minus £300. I lost $70. So I started working with a dropshipping mentor called Michael Bernstein, a $50 profit, $1,000 in actual profit, $2,000 in profit, $6,300. I made $9,000 in profit.
20K profit month.
All right, then let's get started. Let's do the updates here. How's it going?
Let's go. This is actually perfect timing because since last time, a lot has changed. Everything is up right now. Things are going crazy. I'm hiring people. Crazy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, give a brief summary here. What happened since the last interview?
The last interview was the first winning product, right?
Yeah.
So since then, I had a 10K profit month was that month.
Mhm.
Another 20K profit month. Another 20K profit month. And this month is probably going to clear 20K. So like crazy. Like it's not real. It's like when you see that, when people see the numbers, they won't even believe it. It's like this literally doesn't make any sense. But yeah.
Yeah. So first question, do you still feel broke?
Do I still feel broke? Yes. Because literally nothing has changed except I bought a Mac. But literally nothing has changed. I haven't moved house or anything. I haven't bought any nice things. So yes, I still feel broke.
Yeah.
But it's just numbers that are different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, that's good. But in total, in total since, let's say, I mean, this year, how much profit did you make? Do you do the profit tracking properly, by the way?
It's updated now. So February was where I found my first winning product. These are all the expenses. Like in my last video, I said $9,000. So now you're going to see 8,000, which is like, hey, what's going on? So yeah, I tried running TikTok ads and all those things. So that kind of ate into the budget. But if you remove TikTok ads and everything purely organic,
Mhm.
those are all like 10K, whatever K.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's say, so this was the first winning product. This is the second winning product, which Michael doesn't want me to reveal,
Under no
but it's going. So that's the second winning product. I found 2 more products which will be revealed in the future as well. Well, I found I found those 2 winning products getting to the end of this month, starting into May. So there was a huge bump at the end of the month, and then this is the profits from January to now. So total is
Obviously,
a lot.
obviously May is not fully done. How much
Yeah,
is that?
May is not over yet.
Is that like 50, 60?
Yeah,
Around 60, right?
guess so.
Yeah, you see it on the bottom, right? If you just
No.
not
Yeah.
bad.
God damn. You don't even realize.
Yeah. So
Crazy,
first of
crazy.
all, you're saying it doesn't feel different, right? Like you don't feel different. Everything is still the same. Nothing changed basically for you mentally.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is on the one side good, but on the other side, and that's why I keep pushing you to do all the hiring, you need to have it, like you must spend this money in the right direction right now. And you literally can do pay to win at this point, because in the beginning you couldn't, and you just had to do actions to win. And now you can actually do pay to win, where you just literally hire people to do things for you. Yeah, I mean, let's start with that. How is that process going? How did that go so far?
Okay, so literally right now, I found a few people that I'm going to start working with. Found about 4 or 5 people I'm hiring right now. One that I trust is going to be testing a winner that I'm currently running. And the other 4 I'm sending a product to them, and they should receive it by the end of this week. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They haven't started testing their products yet, but we'll see.
So roughly, if you would estimate, how much are you gonna spend this month on workers, basically?
1,005 plus 5, 2, 5, $6,000. Yes, $6,000. I'm spending $6,000 in 1 month. Money that I've never received in my entire life. I'm giving it all away. I blame you for this.
Well, yeah, good. And I was saying this because the whole comparison here is something which is very, very unreal, basically, because you can spend per person around, let's say, 1K, 1.5K, something along those lines. And basically, if you have one good person who's going to crush it, that one person is going to make you almost double the money you make in total. Because if they can actually do the same
So
exact,
outweigh all of them.
it should not be a problem at all, especially if you teach, like if you give the expectations you have clearly, etc. And here I think it's also very important to find a good balance in between letting them do what they want versus still keeping your structure, because right now what you can mess up is basically letting them do exactly what they want and like basically treating them, all of them, like they're experts. Right? It's very important that they replicate what you do and not you replicate what they do.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You need to give them very clear boundaries and very clear specific advice on why things go viral for you, what's going on there, Especially, you're going to have this feeling of, all right, I'm already paying them, I don't have to do anything for them, they need to do everything for me. When in reality, you need to help them as much as possible. You need to give them ideas. And even though it's going to feel like, yeah, but it was my idea, so I could have done it, and why did I pay them anyways? No. They need to understand how you think. They need to understand what ideas are good and which ones are bad. And in the long run, you want to train one person which is going to be really, really, really good, and that's it. This whole people thing, I wouldn't say that it's going to be a long-term thing, and it's basically for how I would treat it is like an elimination game. And basically we start with 5 and see who's doing the best, and we're going to keep him, and then maybe take the next person and do it more like that. So I wouldn't keep doing like 5 people at the same time if they're not all amazing, So yeah. For you, you still have this, like, you basically definitely had this whole urge to do ads, right?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah, good to have it. Yeah, it's kind of gone. It's kind of gone now.
Yeah.
Only because I'm still trying to do Facebook ads. Like, I'm still trying to run it on one of my products. I got an agency account and everything. And the process is tedious and everything, and I'm just feeling lazy only because something else is working. But like, I don't know, I like the margins. I like the 50, 60, 70, potentially 80 margins. Like, I don't like ads and everything, and it's a lot more fun.
What I've seen with a lot of organic guys, and you had the same issue in the beginning, and now you don't have it because it's kind of consistent now, is this. You have something going on organic, but it's very inconsistent. You had 1 viral video, 2 viral videos, you had like 1K day, everything went great, and then everything went to shit, though you don't know what to do. And I've seen what happens then is you were basically like the instant conclusion everybody in organic does is, all right, organic is nothing which you can do consistently, like which consistently makes you money. Now I learned this, let's switch off to ads and basically run ads because ads are consistent. And that's a very false premise, because as you can clearly see, organic can be done consistently. I mean, maybe let's talk about what the key is here to the consistency.
I mean, that doubt is warranted. It makes sense because almost everyone that does organic I know, like, you always have this doubt in the beginning, and it lasts for a while. But like, it gets to a point where the results just outweigh all the doubts you have, and there's literally no way you can doubt anymore because it's right there in front of your face. So consistency, It's something that I've heard for a while, but like it only makes sense now. It's like you need to find specific frameworks or yeah, let's say frameworks for your product or whatever, like 3 or 4 or 5 ideally video ideas that you can repeat. Like it's something that I've heard the top organic guys like Mini Katana, the guy from Mini Katana, he talks about this a lot. He literally has like 3 or 4 different frameworks. One is educational videos where he just talks about the product and explains how good it is. The second one is like really fancy videos and everything. Like so they have a specific 3 or 4 frameworks that they just repeat over and over again, and then yeah, and then they test new ones, and yeah, but that's literally the whole organic consistency thing. Yeah. And maybe and adding new variants if you have new variants as well.
Agreed. And I would also say testing more products, because this whole thing wouldn't have worked if you would just stick to the first initial winning product you had.
Yeah. We always have to keep doing product research, keep finding new products. Yeah.
That doesn't
so when something dies,
that doesn't stop. And it's very important.
Yep.
I keep plowing down on this, but it's so important to keep understanding this while it's doing great, because I'm seeing this every single time. It's going great, you start chilling, it goes down, and then you start to work again on it. And that's bullshit, because you should have kept working on it while it was up. And literally this gap of falling down is not necessary if you understand it. So yeah, but maybe like you talked about the frameworks. Maybe you can talk about yours. What specifically worked the best for you? And yeah,
without revealing the products. So
do you mean frameworks per product, by the way, or in general for every product?
Frameworks. Okay, there are some in general. In general, there's like contrast videos. That one in general works for most, not all, most products, where you can show a bad, boring version of a product. So if you're selling a boat or something, you can show like a horrible version of a boat, and then they show yours so much better, and transition it into some cool sounds and everything. Yeah, contrast videos, that's one. That's a proven framework. Contrast videos, educational videos is one as well, explaining how your product works, what comes in a box, blah 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 blah. So I say educational. Those are the general ones, but per product, that's per product. You have to figure that out.
Yeah. So it's very important to write this down, by the way, and have a proper, like, all those frameworks which are in your head. I've seen this for me, basically. For every other thing, is I was like, when I started to outsource, I started to expect people to know what I know, and they don't. So it's very important to give them those exact frameworks, give them like 100% of what you know, they should know, right? Literally 100%. So you give them as much.
Give them the cheat code.
Yes, 100%. And it's just going to be basically a mini version of you, ideally, you know. So that should kind of be the goal. And this whole process of systemizing everything you do is going to be the main thing, because in the end of the day, what we were talking about a lot is like, whatever you spend your time on, you need to break that down first, and you do that pretty well with the calendar structure, etc. And you kind of know what you do. And when you have broken that down, you just need to break it down more and more and more, and understand, okay, while I do the filming, for example, which is one part of organic, what specifically do I do? How do I do? Like, do I go in with the camera? Do I do this? What's the lighting? What's the camera like? What's this? What's the sound? What do I do here? All of those things. What's the background? Like, but basically just like all the things which could be there. And there are just a few. There's literally just like background, how you position the camera, how you position the product, what you do with the product, maybe actors, lighting. Like, that's it.
Lighting makes a huge difference. I've recently found out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's it, basically. And if you give all those things specifically to the people who are going to do the things for you, where you say, all right, the background needs to be this, or this. What you do is this. You go like this with a camera, and it's very clear what they need to do then, and it's gonna do exactly like it should be doing for you, because it's basically the same thing then. For you, did you tell anybody in real life how all of this is going?
No one knew. I mean, I didn't tell any new person. The people who I've told have known from the beginning. So I haven't told any extra person because like first of all, the reason I didn't tell them was because I know they won't believe I could make it work in the first place. And now that I'm going to tell them, all that's going to come is, oh, show me how to do this, like blah 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 blah. Like, yeah. So only the real know. And yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
And for those, like how are they reacting?
Honestly, none of them are surprised. I feel like, or at least they don't show their surprise. I feel like most of them believed I could do it because like I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And they could just see something, I guess. I don't know. You know.
That's actually interesting. So like basically they were not shocked after seeing crazy numbers.
Yeah, a few of them were. Most of them are like, okay, yeah, this guy, like, you know, it makes sense. You've been saying you do this for a while, and I can see you've been putting in the work, so it makes sense. But like I say one or two people are like, this is crazy. But yeah, most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Maybe another question is like, if you look back at what you did before, what would you say are the main mistakes you did like half a year ago, even 3 months ago, or a year ago? Just like walk me through like what the biggest things you did wrong is.
Biggest overall, organic wise, is not putting in as much effort. Because you, in the beginning, you're like, why bother? Because this probably won't go viral, blah, blah, blah. But then once you know it actually works, you will put in the extra effort to do every little thing. Maybe, for example, walking to a different part of a city just to get a different background that looks so much nicer. In a beginner's head, what's the point? It literally doesn't make a difference. But like if you've seen it work, you know, like doing those little things, adding some lighting changes, all those things make a difference. So the biggest thing is putting in effort. That's the biggest thing.
So where specifically? Like you said, lighting, background, what else? Because you can sometimes it feels like you're putting an effort, but it's completely useless. But for example, if you say lighting is super important, what else?
I don't want to say higher camera quality, but camera quality makes a difference. If your quality is really bad, no one's going to watch it. It's going to scroll. But in the beginning, if you don't have a choice, like just make up for it in other ways. You can make the video more engaging, more controversial, make people want to comment more.
The camera quality when you're talking about
the storyline.
With camera quality, one second.
Yeah.
You're still talking about iPhone camera quality, right? Like you're not taking an actual camera.
Yes, get an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about iPhone. Yeah. If you're using an Android, get out of here, man. Get an iPhone. Life changing.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm an Apple advocate. Storylines make a difference. The way you tell the story, that ties together with hooks. Hooks are crazy. I'd say 70 to 80% of the video is the hook. I don't know how true this is, but like the hook is ridiculous. If you have a crazy hook, you almost can't go wrong in the rest of the video as long as you don't do anything dumb. Because literally they're hooked. Like my Croc Lights video, for example, like my dad said he wanted to show me his latest purchase. In this situation,
let's share screen. Let's go through it.
My dad said he wanted to show me his latest purchase.
So this is a text hook and a visual hook. Visual hook because people can relate to the situation. This is so relatable. This is literally like someone in their house filming this. So this doesn't feel like an ad at all. This feels very natural. This works insanely well on TikTok. Not just for me, but I've seen it for a lot of other people. So literally once I did this, the video was over. As long as I didn't mess it up, All I had to do was show the products. So after this point, nothing really mattered after this point. So the hook is one really important thing. But I skipped over the storyline. Storyline has to make sense all the way through the video. If you are, let's say, let me show another.
Hasn't been the same. My husband hasn't been the same since his dog died. So I bought him a gift I knew would make him feel better. He tries to act like he's fine, but I know he is hurting inside. When he saw what it was, he couldn't hold back the tears anymore. I knew he would love it.
Okay. So these kind of videos are longer videos and they are harder to get right because of how short TikTok attention spans are. But if you are going to do this video, there was a guy in my DMs who tried to replicate this exact video. I was like, bro, if you are going to do a storyline and you have a storyline planned out, the visuals literally have to make sense. So my husband's dog died. So obviously all of it was me. So my husband's dog died. I walk out in a different shirt and I place the product down in a different shirt, hide my hand so it's not like it's me. Like all those little things ruin the immersion if you don't do it right. So yeah, stuff like that make a huge difference. Because if people see like, yo, what the hell is this? This guy is, yeah,
So
messes it up.
how is it to make money off dead dogs?
It's immoral. But I'm at this point, like, yo.
At this point, you don't care anymore. The first product you were like,
wait, no.
Your pen, and that's immoral. What about now?
Let me. Hold on. First of all, I have something to say about that. The people who get the products come to my email like, yo, I like this product very much. You've helped me, whatever. So at the end of the day, I'm marketing it in a weird way, but the end result makes it all worth it.
Agreed.
So
also the kids who cheated in school and because of you they passed. They also
yes, exactly. And look, there's no excuse. It is what it is.
Yeah. No, by the way, I agree. If the product is good, the rest doesn't matter. But yeah. So to the storyline, you said that everything actually has to match. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Storyline videos are also a powerful framework.
We've definitely seen videos which convert better or worse, and with the same amount of views, they make more or less sales. So let's talk about the specific video framework you saw that actually makes the most amount of sales.
Most amount of sales is where it's very blatantly obvious that you are the people selling it. So in the Crocklights video that we just saw, it's a viral video. It's fun. People relate to it, but it just looks like a random dad showing their daughter a product, not a company selling the product. Mm-hmm. So those kind of videos go crazy viral, but if you want to make sales with it, you have to do call to action videos and everything after that. But it still won't be as profitable as a video that is as salesy as possible. For example, our company, we started a brand new business. We are selling this brand new pop toy and we've blah, 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 blah. Brand new, we are the ones selling it. All up in your face. Those videos are harder to go viral, but if they do go viral, convert way more.
Yeah, that's one thing. The other thing, which I've definitely also noticed, is if the product itself is really cool, you basically, like, for example, with your main product, you just show the product and it goes viral because like you do good videos, but also it goes viral because it gets salesy because the product's cool. And the virality effect is already there with the product, with your videos. But the main thing is that the product itself is the salesy part. And if you think about like something, yeah, I almost revealed it, but yeah, you get the point.
Yeah, I get the point.
I would say that the first initial goal, which everybody should have when starting out organic, is not to make sales. It's not about that.
Yep.
It's 100% not about that, because you will not. Like, you're gonna suck with everything anyways. You're gonna make a shit ton of videos. You're gonna suck. You're not gonna make it work. All right. So the first initial goal with organic is, how do I make videos which go viral? The skill of making videos which go viral. And what you're talking about with the frameworks and all of those things, you're going to learn that by doing. All right. And it's impossible to watch a million YouTube videos and basically think you're an organic expert. It's not going to happen. So what you need to do is you just need to film a shit ton of videos, or just take one video, film it over and over and over and over and over again. At some point, you're just going to become good at it. And for you, it took a while. It took a couple of months till you understood how to actually make good videos. And even though in the first place, you were able to go viral, but it didn't make crazy sales. And now we basically combined everything together, and we have like the combination, which is making the sales by going viral. But you need to chunk it down to steps. And it's very important to not get discouraged by not seeing sales, because that is not the point. The skill of going viral is insanely valuable. And you're using it this way with organic dropshipping, for example. But I know other people who build agencies with it, and they do it for other people. And even you're working with a person now. You're paying a month, like money from now on every month, to do this thing for you. And you're not the only person in the world who needs help with it, meaning that it's a very sellable skill.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you plan on only selling organic dropshipping products for now?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really a plan, but like now, I eventually want to try a proper brand, not a proper brand, not that one.
Yeah.
I eventually want to try a proper brand.
Mm-hmm.
And then try, because that one would be so much easier to show on my YouTube channel live and everything, because people are not just going to take the products.
The one I was talking about that you could maybe reveal, because right now, just for everybody watching, you have 3 winners, right? Like 3.5, 3. So yeah, like the one of them is actually a lot of effort to put in with the suppliers and with like a bunch of other things to customize and make it perfect. So that one potentially, I was thinking to make some kind of affiliate thing where you just promote it on YouTube and everybody else sells it, which I still think could go good, or people are gonna go the extra mile and still rip it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard, but like, it's not hard to do. So,
what do you mean?
Like, it's not hard to recreate the product. You literally just go to someone, and so because I saw this product a while ago, I was like, this is kind of hard to do, but like I feel like I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the day I decided to do it, literally a week later, I had everything ready to go. So it's kind of easy to replicate, but like not really.
Yeah, makes sense. And this is something which you need to keep in mind. Competition is a big thing with organic, and every single time you have to go an extra mile, you need to understand that everybody else also needs to go that extra mile to sell it. Meaning that harder to access products are easier to sell later on if you actually are scaling, because for everybody else, it's going to be harder to access. And 90% of the people are just going to think, all right, my supplier doesn't have it, let me stop. And even with your main products, like you had issues with that in the beginning, and we sorted it out with all those supplier things, but still it was a problem. And even maybe it is still, so it's just going this extra mile, which actually you're going to see a huge difference in organic, because you literally have almost no competition there.
Yeah, because organic is literally as easy as it gets now. Dropshipping is easier than it has ever been. You literally just need a phone. Orders. People in America have 1-day shipping times. They can literally get the product like this or start filming. So like, barrier to entry is basically 0 at this point. So competition is 10 times worse. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. What would you say were the biggest learnings from working with us in the last maybe a couple of months since we last talked in the interview?
Mainly to have a lot more confidence in my abilities, because I doubt myself a lot, still do, not as much as before, but like just paying people and stuff and everything is a huge step for me and all those things. So it's a lot to process, but like now I'm slowly warming up to this is real, this is replicable, this can be done over and over again. It's not a one-time thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, the believing in myself has definitely gone up thanks to you guys. And my work ethic has definitely doubled, tenfold, not doubled, 10 times gone up. Because the level you guys are at, I can't really, you can't see it from face value. I can't, because you guys work too hard. Literally every other time we have a new call, you guys are talking about, oh, there's this new business will come to start, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, yo, you guys, you guys need to chill. So yeah, I know now that there are definitely levels to this game, and I am nowhere. So
It's
yeah.
first of all, it's really good that you understand that, and you also see that with you that there's still so much room for improvement. Because I've also seen very unfortunate cases where people are in my program, they basically make their first 20K profit month, and they basically think they're now this dropshipping god who knows everything. And I just know what's gonna happen 3 months down the line. Everything's gonna go to as usual. But
Nah.
it's very important to understand that there's still a lot of things which are gonna upgrade your business. All right, and that's that. And the other thing is there's still like a lot of basically what gets you from A to B is not going to get you from B to C. All right. If to get to your very first 10K profit month, which is amazing, by the way, like super, like for me, that was the moment where I understood I made it. Like I was 100 at that point, I was 100% sure I made it after making 10K profit in 1 month. That was like, all right, that's it. That's it. But to get from 10K a month to even 120K a year, which is basically the same, but just 12 months in a row, is a very different thing. I'm not even talking about
Consistency.
scaling because that's another thing. But just the consistency, it's not going to be, all right, I did it now. Let me just keep doing what I did, and that's going to be it. That's not how it works. There's a lot of other components which are going to play into this now, and which you can fuck up. And on top of that, the whole like, if you knew how much struggle I had with hiring, with finding those suppliers which you just got thrown at you, and with all of those things which I've went through to find them, to just basically be able to give them to you, you would be like, all right, damn, this is easier than I like right now. What you're having is so much easier than it actually should have been without all of it, you know, because
Yeah. I need that William story though.
What?
I need that William story though.
No, with William it was fine. With William it was fine. But it was like other people, other suppliers. Even recently, what happened to my brother on his store? He basically had like a store which was doing pretty good, around like I think 1 to 2K a day. Like I think it was even literally a month ago, and the product he was sending out was on paper really good, and the samples he has received was also good. But what happened was it was completely different than the samples. And when he also ordered it, but it came a little bit late. And then like almost 1,000 people had a shitty product.
Jeez.
So that was really bad. PayPal is fine.
Shit.
The problem is though that the feedback score went to shit and in Facebook crushed them, you know? So yeah, that's one example, for example. And there's so many little things which can still go wrong, which need to be completely like you need to be very careful with a lot of things. But yeah, I think the biggest next step is going to be the hiring thing. And also let's talk about the AOV stuff.
AOV is very important. Yes. So like in the beginning when you start going viral and making sales, usually you just see that's one product, that one price, people buying one of it. So on your Shopify dashboard, where you see the sales, you just see one price, 39.99, 39.99, 39.99. That should not be the case. Should never be the case. There's always an opportunity to increase the amount each customer spends on your websites. You can do, there are a lot of things you can do. Posts, purchase, upsells, all those things. You can do bundle offers, you can do all those things. All those things you have to keep split testing. It's not like a one-time thing.
Not at all.
It takes a little while to finally figure it out. But recently I figured something out and it basically doubled my sales and doubled everything. And I had a 2K day, and I think today is also going to be another 2K day. Yeah, on that product. 2K. This past week has been crazy. 1K, 1K, 2K, 1K. Like, yeah.
How much did you make in total this week?
I'm short. Pull it up real quick. This is today so far.
Mhm.
I mean, quick
Which is,
refresh.
by the way, here it's 11 a.m. Or like 12.
Yes. Almost 12. This is so far, today so far. My conversion rate sucks. I'm still trying to, well, it went down for a good reason, but it doesn't matter. Yesterday, 1K.
I mean, let's go
Day before that.
through the whole week.
Okay, this whole week. Oh my God.
So this is one
It's so like it literally baffles me every time because I don't do this. I don't go and then like do weekly. So I don't even realize.
This is product number one. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, this is one product. I mean, this is the current one that's kind of dying down. But like, wait, what week are we in? Oh no, wait. Yeah, this week, 2K for this product.
Yeah.
Cannot complain. And then another product that's month to date this week. So yeah, let's go to the beginning. So this product started around here, from here to now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in fact, let's not even add the other month.
This week it was around like how much? 12, 13, actually more, like 14K.
Yeah, almost 15K this week.
Yeah.
These like that's what I was saying in the beginning. Like when I show these things, it literally looks fake. Like if I was watching this on a YouTube video, I would not believe this. But this is real. This is real. Like I'm literally some random person from some random country in Africa. I'm no one special. Like anyone who puts in the work that it takes can do this. So yeah.
Yeah, 100% agree.
It's not only for a specific group of people. Anyone.
Yeah. And it's very, very like interesting to see how many people have those, like so many excuses everywhere, literally. Like it's, yeah, but I cannot I can still not set a company up yet. I have a problem with this. I have a problem with that. I don't know how to make good videos. Yeah, but you already have this good following. You already made those YouTube videos, so that's why you know how to do it. Bro, just do exactly, like literally exactly what the strategy itself requires, which is learn how to go viral, and collect money. That's it.
Yeah. Let's take the money, man.
And you obviously have two options. Everybody has two options. Either they learn it the hard way, which is doing it by themselves, or they just get a person who's going to guide them through it. And I mean, you saw what happened. Like maybe, like, did you ever consider before starting to work with me to get mentors?
No, not at all. I'm a very stubborn person that likes to do everything myself. I'm one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know me, like I'm always saying I'll figure it out. Because literally because almost all the time when I try and get someone else to do it, they just take too long, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I always figure things out myself. And I tried to do it for almost 8 months. And it was getting to the end of my year, and I was like, oh, I need some help. I need some help. And this perfect opportunity came in the form of Michael Bernstein and Jacob Braden. And yeah, things went crazy from there.
Yeah. So basically, like, do you think you would have gotten a mentor if we wouldn't have connected? Like, would you start actively reaching out to people?
I mean,
buying something?
no, I probably would have stayed in Jordan Welch's viral world or something. But like I would no. One-on-one, no, because no.
Would you
So,
consider
like,
that as a mistake?
yes, 100%. It's 10 times faster for someone to literally just tell you what to do, because you will make the mistakes and learn them either the long way or because imagine I'm telling you how to hold the camera organically. In the beginning, your first videos will be horrible, but like you literally have someone right next to you holding your hand, do this. When you've made a mistake, don't do this. This is why you shouldn't do this. So you don't have to waste time learning all these things. Like,
And
would you rather take 5 years or 1 year? Like, it's up to you.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing, for example, you said with, all right, I started going the extra mile and putting in extra effort and everything, and then it started to do better with lighting, background, whatever. Here, it is so easy to completely misunderstand this and start going extra miles in places where it doesn't matter. And you start doing some weird tweaks on the video which are not helpful. You start doing weird tweaks on a store when you don't even get traffic. You start doing all of those perfectionistic things which don't matter. And it's very important to kind of streamline and understand what actually is important. Where should I put more effort? Where should I put less effort? And where am I putting in too much effort? Because that's also definitely a thing which I'm seeing with a lot of dedicated people where they actually put in so much effort into things which are irrelevant. Nothing changes.
Yeah, but like you're right. It's hard to know.
Yeah.
Because this thing you said about like the store doesn't matter as much, like only specific things like the product picture and all those things matter. Like you don't have to make a crazy branded store. All these things, like if you're a beginner, there's no way you know.
Yeah.
Like
impossible
by yourself. Yeah. So
and not even only the store. There's so many other things which are just time waste. But yeah, like in the end of the day, if you understand, all right, traffic is super important. I need to get qualified traffic which actually want to buy my product. And then I need to upsell the shit out of them with average order value optimization. Basically, that's it. Like those are the two things in organic which matter the most. Yeah.
Only thing that matters is money. Money. How am I going to get money? First of all, don't think about anything. It doesn't matter how you create your TikTok organic page, how you use, whether you use an email or whatever. All that matters is money. Make the account and start posting videos to start getting traffic, because the traffic is what is going to go to your website. Once you get them to your website, get as much money as possible from them. And don't make them happy so they can give good reviews, come back, all those things.
Yeah.
And
it's good that you mentioned the money thing, because you need to actually ask yourself, what did I do today to make more money? Because in most cases, it's going to be nothing. And then you ask yourself, what did I do for dropshipping? And then it's going to be a huge list of things you did today. But when you ask yourself, what did I actually do to make more money? It's nothing. Do I need to have a logo to make money? No. With organic, do I even need to make a store before I went viral? No, because you're not going to go viral in the first couple of weeks anyways. So why bother making the store if you're just, again, focus on the skill of going viral. Focus on that. Do I need a company? No. Do I need so many different things which you're going to do but are not going to be helpful at all? No. So every action you do is, you need to ask yourself, is that a real problem, or is that me planning on things in advance? You should not plan in advance, which is very counterintuitive, because in most cases, in school, everywhere you learn, all right, do things earlier, not later. Don't do things in the last moment. You need to do things now. It's very important. No, You need to do things now which are important now, not which are important later. You should not do extra work for yourself later, because the other thing is if you start making money, you're going to be able to outsource those things anyways. So why bother? So if you like, I went to extreme extents with this, with accounting and not giving a shit about taxes and about like all of those things, which in the end was extreme and it was too much for my side. But in the end of the day, I was right about it. Like I did a correct thing because I could pay off everything, because in the time where I focused on making money, I made enough money to pay for every other kind of issue I created with it. You know, so by neglecting it, I created a bunch of pretty expensive problems, but I could pay them off without any issues because I made more money than the problems. So it's all right.
Yeah. There's definitely extremes to everything, but overall, the rule stands. But like, I mean, I kind of had a tiny like example, because like, you know, when you started to tell me to do this profit tracking thing, see, I tried it. I realized, okay, this is going to take me hours. Because I had to start from so far back. So it took me an hour or two. I was like, yo, this is taking way too long. I'm not making any money by doing this. So I literally just like spoke to my sister and I tried to get her to sort it out for me. And so I can actually focus on making money. But like, obviously in the beginning, if you have no idea how to do it, you have to learn how to do it first before you outsource it. But like, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it's very important that you still know exactly how to do it, and you teach your sister, for example, very, very strict and step by step. And by the way, after you start, like all of the things I said was when you don't make money. When you start making money, the frameworks change a little bit. When you start making money, now you can think ahead. Now you can think about the future, because right now, again, you are making money, meaning that you don't need to test a new product, because why? You're making money. So that would be the same framework. But in reality, you need to think ahead, month in advance, because now it's everything switched. I'm talking about specifically in the beginning when you're starting out, focus on nothing, literally nothing except how to make money. After that, you start worrying about other things, and you're gonna understand. All right, let's say I get sick for 3 weeks. I'm not gonna be able to film. What happens then? I'm gonna make zero money. That's a black box. I cannot impact me not getting sick. Something can always happen. That means that I need to eliminate this black box by getting a person who's going to be able to replicate, like who's going to replace me while I am sick. For example, so you cannot afford to. This would mean that you cannot afford to be sick if you don't have that. So that's a problem. You know.
Yeah.
There's so many other things where you have a black box where this one thing is going to crush your business later on, maybe. For example, a Facebook ban, PayPal holds, stuff like that. All right. You need to now start thinking ahead. Now you made money. Now the next step is, all right, how do I keep making money consistently? And that's a very different question. That's what I meant with A to B is not the same like B to C. So now for you, it's important to think ahead, because on paper right now, the new person is going to take money from you and they're going to take time from you right now. Like right now, you're going to have to build them up. You're going to have to pay them. Loss, double loss. But in reality, in the long term, you're going to learn how to build people. You're going to learn what a good worker is, what are not, like an employee is, what's bad. You're going to have a person which is going to be able to replace you, and you're going to be able to double, triple, and quadruple your output in a couple of months. So it's a very, very good payoff, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
For you currently, like maybe let's go through the daily structure you have right now. Like how do you structure the days?
Wake up 6, depends, 6, 7, 8. Start filming 30 minutes later, straight into filming, like straight into the money, no time wasting. Shower and everything after that. So wake up, film for like 2 hours, edit for another 2 hours. Film depends on the day. Filming could take anywhere from 1 hour to 3 hours. Filming. Editing takes 2 hours flat every day, regardless. Immediately after that, editing, post the videos for the day. Move on to AOV, and everything. So now that has become a daily thing. I always look at my AOV and everything to try and optimize it as much as possible.
Because, by the way, like
And then
I'm seeing this thing where people say basically, yeah, I actually you're wrong. I tried a bundle and it didn't work. Yeah, I tried a bundle, it didn't work. So the AOV stuff is not like not so big. And I'm like, bro, you tried a bundle. What does that mean? You need to find the perfect bundle. Like it's like you're saying, all right, I tested a product, it didn't work, so dropshipping doesn't work. No, it just means that this product didn't work. So the same thing goes for post-purchase upsells, pre-purchase upsells, in-shipping upsells, on the product page upsells, email upsells. All of those different things are going to be tested, and you're going to like fail at it very, very often to hit one good thing. And people don't understand averages. Again, I keep coming back to this, but averages are the most important thing in dropshipping if you think about it long term, because on average, if you test 10 bundles, it's going to cost you X amount of money. But you're gonna, if one of those bundles is actually going to make you a lot of money, then you're going to make all of the loss back by testing the right one. And even if you found a perfect one, and by what I mean by it costs you money, because let's say you have a bundle which kind of works. Now you test another 10 and they all suck. So they are all worse than the first one you actually found, which is really good. So meaning that the opportunity cost is you losing money from not having the perfect feeling bundle. But in reality, there is another bundle which is even better. So again, you tested 10, the 11th now even made even more than the first one. So now you're going to make all the money back. And it's the same thing with testing product, with going viral, with testing like a bunch of videos. If you think about the average, everything is fine. And that's also why people think that organic is not consistent, because they look at one product they tested. They look at one product they tested, it doesn't work, or it does work, but then it goes down and it feels inconsistent. But if they understand that they need to test more, they need to test like a bunch of videos on the page, etc., then they're going to see, all right, on a quarterly basis, I'm consistent. Last quarter, I made this. Next quarter, I made around the same or more. So I am consistent. Consistency does not happen on daily basis. You have one store which made 9K this week, another store which made 1.6, another one which made 2. It doesn't look consistent because one is down, one is up, but it's super consistent because now you have 3 products which are all making you money, and on average, one is going to go like blow up, one is going to go down. That is the average. That is what the consistency means.
Yeah, because literally on a daily basis, like sometimes a video goes viral and then like 2-3 days, like nothing works. Your mind is like, nothing is working anymore. Like, but like when you zoom out over the week, over 2 weeks, like, okay, everything actually works. But this is also something that like I found that's very important, like taking advice from people who know what they're talking about. The way you take it, the way I take it is different now. Like if somebody tells you to do one thing, you try it once, it doesn't work. Okay, that is not how you should take it. Like, cause you tried it once, you've not tried it the best way possible. You need to try a few times to get it right. Cause the guy telling you the thing knows the thing works. So you need to listen to him and do the thing until it works. So like, yeah, that's literally every time I take advice, like think about it like that.
Very good that you understand it this way. And it's very important, obviously, to find a person who you actually can trust, who you know you need, like it's worth it to keep replicating, like because in the end it's gonna work. And if you just have like if you're not even sure if the guy is like knows what he's talking about, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But yes, exactly what you just said. Like if you need to take advice as a average. On average, this is something which works. It might not work, it might work, but on average it does work. So do it until it works, because averages work that way. So yeah. What's your main kind of challenges right now, would you say? Like the biggest issues you're facing?
Life is good. Issues. I don't know, actually. Can you give me like an example?
If I can give you an example?
Yeah.
So like any problems you had in the last month or so, any issues you had and then either overcame or didn't?
The issues are literally minor things that don't matter. Like the thing I said where some days something doesn't go viral in your head, you're like, it doesn't work. right now I'm talking to a supplier and the supplier is being long, like nothing like really of value. It's only minor issues.
Mhm.
Like I'm trying to find more products. I can't really find more products. Product research takes a while. Like nothing major is going wrong right now, which I probably should be worried about.
No, I mean,
But yeah.
it's first of all, it's kind of good and kind of bad that you see it that way, because it's good that you would think about it like positively, everything is fine. If I would be a one-man show, I couldn't be like I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Like I would think, fuck, so much things going on. Like that is the biggest problem, the biggest issue, and still you don't have a person who actively does videos for you.
Mm, okay, I see. I mean, I guess that's different from your perspective because you know how what could go wrong with just one person.
That's number one. And number two is I understand what the opportunity cost is right now. I see how much money you will lose by not having another person in your team. You have no clue
Mm.
how much money you're leaving on the table. It's the same thing with AOV, where you just leave. There's money which you can take, but you leave it on the table. If you do a thing on the store, people are going to double the money they spend. If you double the output, you're going to get double the results. So if you have a person who replicates what you're doing, you're going to make double the money. If you think about it that way, you're losing 20K a month, and it's a huge problem. Like right now, you're losing so much money, which needs to make you urgent.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, that's 100. That's definitely like the biggest thing because I don't feel it. Like I don't feel like I need to pay. I don't feel like I need to optimize my AOV and everything. But then when I do it, I see the difference.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, right.
It's very important to think about this because on one store you optimized it, but what about the rest also? You know, like the others are still not perfect, so we need to optimize that. Other people and stuff like that. So like now you need to think about all the opportunity costs you're having right now with not doing a couple of things. And even now when you kind of wait until the people get the products, you need to build them. Like there's so many things they can do before they have the product.
Yeah. Well,
Do
like I
they
could
know
go
exactly
through.
wait, do they know what works the best for your product?
No.
Why?
Yeah, I haven't run by. I haven't run through anything.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There's so much
I
training
haven't
which
done
needs to be
anything.
going on right now because in your head you have this excuse of all right, they don't have the product yet, so I can basically chill in that area. I'm doing other things that are more important. You can, bro, you would tell them, hey, take an item, pretend that it's my product, and show me how you would film the video. It doesn't matter. You want them, you want them to understand what you want. You know, you want to give
Yeah.
them feedback and tell them like you want to make they make 5 videos and you want to give them feedback because trust me, video number 1 is not going to be perfect.
True. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So you
You're
have
right.
tons of issues. Don't think you don't.
See, this is why you need like someone from the outside because literally you're in a bubble. Like everything seems fine.
Mhm.
Someone else is like, yo, what are you doing?
All right, Mikey, please tell people how stupid they are for not getting a mentor.
You are stupid for not getting a mentor. But like, no, don't like honestly, you're wasting your time in the beginning. If you are someone who is very impatient like me, it will eventually get to a point where you either give up or you seek help. So if you don't want to waste any time, just go straight into a mentor. I am obviously biased to Michael Bernstein because he has done a lot for me. He has done almost everything for me. It doesn't have to be Michael, but he is the one I recommend. So yeah, get a mentor or you fail in life. I'm joking. Yeah.
No, yeah, I appreciate that, but for sure, like I actually 100% agree with that. With in every single area, you need to get mentors. By the way, I have spent 6 figures on mentors. I have spent a shit ton of money on mentors, and
Total flex.
I'm still constantly searching for people who are able to help me constantly. Like I'm so happy when I understand, wait, I could just pay money and get a money-making machine in return. What the fuck? I can pay money and make more money. Like, yeah, it's great.
It gets to a point where it's just a game.
Yeah, literally. So everybody watching right now, if you're serious about dropshipping, and I hope also this whole like Mikey situation helps you understand that this is not an easy thing, and it's like what Mikey is experiencing right now is a very realistic very realistic path. Takes some time, shit ton of failure, tons of problems, and at some point it works. It's a very realistic path if you put in all this work. All right. What Mikey did really well is he actually implemented what we told him constantly. Like everything we tell you, you do it properly. And it's only in this scenario where it's actually going to work out. Because if you join my program and you just still think, all right, I want to do this, it will not work. We have a full system which works if you do what we tell you. It doesn't work if you mix other things in. All right. So if you understand that, number one. And then number two is if you also have enough time to execute this, because you need to have either more budget or more time. If you don't have enough time, do ads, no problem. But you need money for that. If you don't have money, you need time. If you don't have both, don't start working them. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Because you're not going to get the results. Like the whole thing doesn't make sense. So you need to have either good budget and low time, or high time and low budget, or ideally you have both, and that's kind of the dream client we obviously have. On top of that, as long as you execute properly and you're fast and you have actually like a proper work ethic. So if all of those things apply, you can apply to a call with me. We're going to find out if everything's a good fit. If yes, we're going to start working together, and if no, then not. So let's wrap it up. Next interview is going to be maybe in a couple of months again, and we see how everything changed from there.
Sir.
But yeah, let's see how it's gonna. Well, like I think, let's mark this moment and talk next interview about how it is to have employees, because that's the biggest change which I see coming.
All right.